Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If you want to understand how the dynamics on this planet work, or who's who, what's what, think of this. Some are good and some are bad. And that's determined by United States of America. United States of America and sometimes Great Britain and sometimes other little Western countries, about 3 or 4, but mainly United States of America, determines who's bad. And we all know they are perfect. So if you start from these premises, you will understand the dynamics of this country, which is I can do whatever I want because I'm infallible. That means I can't make a mistake. And if I make a mistake, it's your interpretation, I'm going to smack you. Now, we have Sweden. Sweden tells us that it's going to prepare for a possible attack from Russia. Why? Because Russia invaded, the keyword unprovoked, Ukraine. That's it, evil. But if you use the same logic in the past, I wonder if Sweden prepared for a US invasion, I don't know, in 1999, for instance, when US bombarded Yugoslavia? Or if they prepared for the same kind of thing when NATO bombarded Iraq, or Libya, or Afghanistan, or Syria? And if not, why not? Well, go back to what I said at the beginning of this video, because they are perfect and good, and those ones are bad, because they said so. Got it? Got it. Now you know how things are ran. So let me show you this little article coming from Ukrainska Pravda, just to give you the evidence. Monday, 19th of June 2023. Sweden does not exclude the possibility of Russian military attack. My question would be why? And the answer would be because, I was about to say United States of America, because Russia attacked unprovoked Ukraine. That could be the only answer, I guess. But then, wasn't that the same thing of NATO attacking unprovoked Iraq? Libya? Afghanistan? Yugoslavia? And then why don't you must have thought about not excluding the possibility of being attacked by NATO, right? Unless you go to what I said at the beginning of the video. The Defense Committee of the Swedish Parliament has admitted that Russia may launch a military attack on the country. Why? And I told you why. Russia has also further lowered the threshold of using military force and shows a high propensity for political and military risks. And the United States did not in 1999. I gave you 5 examples. Yugoslavia, Iraq, Libya, Syria, Afghanistan. None of those lowered your threshold? No? Of any military risk? And then why not? Were all those countries guilty? Were they guilty? Okay, was, let's say, Yugoslavia guilty? Did attack the US? Was NATO in a defensive organization, which says it is? Did Yugoslavia attack them? Did NATO have any, I don't know, approval from the UN Security Council? No. Was it fair to attack those guys in Iraq to bring freedom and democracy when they failed with their false intelligence reports that those guys have weapons of mass destruction after they falsely accused Saddam and Iraq of what? Training terrorists that attacked US in September 11. There was no evidence with that, as far as I know. And then they said, no, he harbored, what's his name, Osama bin Laden. That was not right. That was not, how should I put it, accurate. And if you remember, where did the US blow up, what's his name, bin Laden? Was it in Iraq? No. Was it in Afghanistan? If I remember, it was in, how's that, Pakistan, wasn't he? Anyway, my friends, but there are the good ones. They are the good ones. I'm not giving you only that example. I wonder if Sweden got ready then and got, its defense systems against the Americans because they lowered the threshold. You can make shit up. So as I said, look at the dynamics. Russia's ability to conduct operations using air force, naval forces, long-range weapons, or nuclear weapons against Sweden remains unchanged. Okay, that remains, but I would like to see that you are at least normal, which is, and in the same time, we are ready for the Americans to attack us. No? According to the TV channel, the report outlines Sweden's new defense doctrine, which is based on membership in NATO, the ones that bombarded Yugoslavia. Would you bombard Yugoslavia again? If the United States says you gotta come with us and attack Yugoslavia, would you go, Sweden? Do you think you're on the right side of history? Unlike the previous doctrine, which was based on cooperation with other Nordic countries and the EU, Sweden is trying to strengthen its defenses and in 2022 applied to join NATO after Russia launched blah blah blah. So far, blah blah blah. You know what's going on with Erdogan saying I have a few things for you to solve before I say yes. They will bypass that. You'll see that. US will do it. Because that's the way it is. They change the rules while playing. You can't do that. But they do it while they're walking, they're doing it. So if you really want to see how things are ran, oh my, we're scared of the Russians. Okay, well, maybe you should be scared of the Russians. But if you're scared of the Russians for that reason, I think you should be equally scared of the United States for the same reason. Unless you think and you know the United States is forever the force of good, will never attack you if it has any interest in doing so. By the way, you're going to have troops on your country, American troops. I wonder if you're going to have troops in America. I can give you the answer right now. No. And that shows me the reciprocity in the relationship with the United States of America and Sweden. So you become a vassal state legally, which is I sign right here that I'm going to suck your thing every day and every night whenever you feel like. Gigi or Svensson. Let's put it that way. You like it? Well, if you like it, I don't think all Swedes like that. But they have a government elected democratically, and that one decided for you all that that's in your best interest. Good job. And in the meantime, your country by allowing everybody to come in, and then what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Because a Romanian being coming to Sweden and being over there as an immigrant will not change anything. We're going to be a good Swede. As would be, I don't know, a guy from Turkey or a guy from, I don't know, America. We're all going to be the same. We're going to be all Swedes when we show up in Sweden. After about 3 minutes, we're going to be blonde hair, blue-eyed, and we're going to follow your customs and behave like you and your parents and your grandparents. And that's it. We're not going to get berserk when we get a little bit upset with the police. We're not going to turn cars upside down when we don't like something. No, we're not going to destroy property. We're not going to behave like you used to do it in the 50s. I remember those riots in Stockholm, Göteborg, Malmö. I remember those, man. All those Swedes getting angry and toppling and destroying and burning their own properties and cities. I remember those. Something is not okay over there. And you seem to go even lower and lower and lower. And you go lower and lower and lower. Guess where you get? Between someone's legs. What are you going to do over there? Use the microphone and talk a little bit. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.